Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chris Lawrence, and I'm president of the Manitoba Heavy Construction Association, and also the chair of the Safe Roads Committee. And I'm delighted to be here in Brandon to have an official launch of the Safe Roads program in sunny Brandon. The other reason, of course, is to announce that summer is finally here, and if it snows, you can talk to the good mayor about my breaching my promise. But what a great day to be out in Brandon to announce an important initiative which has reached now its 4th consecutive year. A group of community stakeholders teamed up about 4 years ago, and we decided that we would try to raise the awareness of safety of road construction workers, and this year we have expanded that to include safety awareness as it relates to emergency vehicles, police, fire, ambulance, and utility workers. As a representative of the heavy construction industry, I can tell you that the stories abound about the near misses that occur on construction sites, and we realize that a campaign such as this can make a difference. An open road can pose any number of problems for construction workers and those who work in and or adjacent to a public right-of-way. And the motoring public needs to take precautions and needs to understand that they're sharing a road with someone who's using it as their workplace. The Manitoba Heavy Construction Association initiated Safe Roads, and it was until this year a group effort between 6 partners. And this year, I'm very happy to say that we have expanded the number of partners to 11. And those include Manitoba Infrastructure and Transportation, the City of Winnipeg and its police department, the City of Brandon and its police department, and I digress to tell you that Sergeant Bruce Clausen has been a tremendous ambassador for Brandon and for the department. Manitoba Hydro, Manitoba Floodway and East Side Road Authority, the Manitoba Heavy Construction Association, the Manitoba Government Employees Union, the Construction Safety Association of Manitoba, Winnipeg Fire and Paramedic Service, and the Worker Compensation Board of Manitoba. The growing momentum of the campaign speaks volumes about the importance of the initiative, and the Safe Roads partners are all concerned and of the same view that investing in our community with a message such as the one we are driving home is one that is an imperative in order to ensure that injuries are prevented. It's, as I said, a great pleasure for me to be here today in Brandon to participate in the opening of the 2009 campaign, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure as well to introduce Mayor Dave Burgess, who represents, of course, the City of Brandon and is, of course, a partner of the Safe Roads campaign. Mayor.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming up. Only one lady. Thank you. Pleased to have you come out for this because it's so very important to work as a partnership on this regard. I appreciate Chris coming out for this launch. Safe Roads campaign is so very important for not only workers across Manitoba but also our city employees. And this is a great backdrop with our police service having so often had close calls, and we really want to make sure that they can not be in fear of their lives while they're carrying out their duty. It's very important to have this awareness campaign to remind people how important it is to watch out for their safety and, of course, their own family, because we will all have family, will be involved one way or the other in this type of trade, and it's important that we think of others. So thanks for coming out. It's very important as a campaign to have the media giving attention to this and bringing the awareness to the public. Thanks very much.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce the Chief of the Brandon Police Department, Keith Atkinson.
Thanks, Chris. As echoed earlier, this is a great event. The Brandon Police Service is very pleased to be part of this campaign. You don't have to look back too far to know that public awareness campaigns work. Earlier this year, we started a campaign about the traffic on 18th Street, the amount of collisions that were occurring on that street. And through an awareness campaign and some enforcement activities, we have brought those numbers down on that particular street. So campaigns do work. This type of campaign will assist police officers, construction workers, tow truck drivers, ambulance drivers, firefighters on the roads and streets across this province, because every year there are people that are hurt or actually killed due to construction-related accidents. when I first arrived in Brandon, I think the first summer I was here, I remember receiving a complaint from a construction company about one of their workers' hats actually flying off because of a vehicle driving by that individual way too fast and way too close. So that struck a chord in my mind that people need to be aware that there are people working on the roads. They want to go home safely at the end of their day, and a campaign such as this will enhance that greatly. So the Brandon Police Service is a proud partner of this event, and we'd encourage people and motorists on the roadways to drive safely, especially around construction sites or where there are emergency vehicles present. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Chief. I wanted to, in closing, just give you a little bit of information. One question that we are frequently asked is the campaign having an impact? Does it make a difference? We started the campaign 3-4 years ago now in the city of Winnipeg, and we have been broadening its footprint and its presence over the last number of years. We've been able to, with an enhanced budget this year, to purchase extensive media coverage in Brandon, billboards. We're doing the same thing in Winnipeg on 59. We've been able to do some polling of public opinion with respect to their awareness of this campaign. And we are very pleased that after a 3-year period, in a sample size of 1,000, almost 80% of the public have already heard of the campaign and they recognize it. And well in excess of 85% of the public are aware and very sympathetic towards the notion that we need to slow down when we're driving through construction zones, because those are the work sites of whether it's construction or emergency or utility personnel. So we think that the larger we can make the campaign, the more consistent we can make the message, the broader the partnership, the greater the impact will be, and the more likely will the case be that those in the minority who speed through construction zones, ignore the signs, will in fact change their habits, and all of our workers will be able to go home safely, which at the end of the day is everybody's objective. That, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the launch of the 2009 campaign, and I'm sure Mayor Burgess and Chief Atkins would be happy to answer questions. I want to thank the City of Brandon, the Police Department, and the good people in Brandon for supporting this campaign, which we think carries with it a very important and moral, social, and societal message. So thanks very much.